Good morning. These are daily lectionary readings for Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023. With it being Wednesday, we're still reflecting back at what happened on church on Sunday. Our psalm reading once again is Psalm 119, 121 through 128. Our Old Testament reading comes from Proverbs chapter 1, verses 1 through 7, and then 20 through 33. And then the New Testament reading comes from the Gospel of Mark chapter 4, verses 30 through 34. We will be reading from the message. Let me put out a few clicks so I can see the screen just a little bit better. Psalm 119. I stood up for justice and the right. Don't leave me to the mercy of my oppressors. Take the side of your servant, good God. Don't let the godless take advantage of me. I can't keep my eyes open any longer, waiting for you to keep your promise to set everything right. Let your love dictate how you deal with me. Teach me from your textbook on life. I'm your servant. Help me understand what that means. The inner meanings of your instruction. It's time to act, God. They've made a shambles of your revelation. Yeah, saying God, I love what you command. I love it better than gold and gemstones. Yeah, saying God, I honor everything you tell me. I despise every deceitful detour. Our Old Testament reading starts in Proverbs 1, 1 through 7. These are the wise saying of Solomon, David's son, Israel's king, written down so we'll know how to live well and right, to understand what life means and where it's going, a manual for living, for learning what's right and just and fair, to teach the inexperienced the ropes, and give our young people a grasp on reality. There's something here also for seasoned men and women, still a thing or two for the experienced to learn, fresh wisdom to probe and penetrate the rhythms and reasons of wise men and women. Start with God. The first step in learning is bowing down to God. Only fools thumb their noses at such wisdom and learning. We then continue in verse 20 through 33. Lady Wisdom goes out in the street and shouts. At the town center she makes her speech. In the middle of the traffic she takes her stand. At the busiest corner she calls out, Simpletons, how long will you wallow in ignorance? Cynics, how long will you feed your cynicism? Idiots, how long will you refuse to learn? About face, I can revise your life. Look, I'm ready to pour out my spirit on you. I'm ready to tell you all I know. As it is, I've called, but you've turned a deaf ear. I've reached out to you, but you've ignored me. Since you laugh at my counsel and make a joke of my advice, how can I take you seriously? I'll turn the tables and joke about your troubles. What if the roof falls in and the whole life goes to pieces? What if catastrophic strikes and there's nothing to show for your life but rubble and ashes? You'll need me then. You'll call for me, but don't expect an answer. No matter how hard you look, you won't find me, because you hated knowledge and had nothing to do with the fear of God, because you wouldn't take my advice and brushed aside all my offers to train you. Well, you made your bed now. Now lie in it. You wanted your own way. Now, how do you like it? Don't you see what happens? You simpletons, you idiots. Carelessness kills. Complacency is murder. First, pay attention to me, and then relax. Now, you can take it easy. You are in good hands. Our New Testament reading comes from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4, verses 30 through 34. How can we picture God's kingdom? What kind of story can we use? It's like an acorn. When it lands on the ground, it is quite small as the seeds go, yet once it's planted, it grows into a huge oak tree with thick branches. Eagles nest in it. With many stories like these, he presented his message to them, fitting the stories to their experience and maturity. He was never without a story when he spoke. When he was alone with his disciples, He went over everything, sorting out the tangles, untying the knots. And here ends our readings for the day.